Alright, here we are. We are back into some more NA Dota Elite League action. As you can see, we are now in a ticketed game, so the item drops are enabled. I'm Helium, and tonight I'm streaming on NEO Dota, as you may have noticed. So thanks for everyone stopping by to the stream. And we actually do have one ticket to give out, if you don't already have an NEL ticket. If you're not eligible for the drops, we do have a ticket. I'm not necessarily sure the easiest way to give that out, but
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we'll think of something. Maybe the stream will think of something. I would say tweeting at FMBPDota may be a good way to do it, and then you could give me your Steam information in a direct message if I pick you. That's probably the easiest way. So yeah, get to Twitter, I guess, as we do have some bans coming out, and of course the picks as well. But let's go over the players first, because of course the teams are usually randomized. Does just use the IXDL client, so let's check it out. We've got Peter drafting here for the Dire. He's going to be with Misha from Team Chibusa. Demon. We've got Arteezy as well as Mason. So that is the Dire team. So look for them to do some pretty crazy things. Peter likes to draft very strangely. Demon, Arteezy, and Mason like to do very crazy aggressive things. Over to the Radiant though, we've got Balba, Ziz, Lycus, Monkeys, and Trouth, and then finally we can get into the ban. So someone from Team Liquid is playing. That means we have to ban Elder Titan. Peter takes it out along with the Batrider. Balba going to drop out the Abaddon as well as the OD. They're annoying. And Visage Clockwork going to be the first two picks. So valuing that Clockwork pretty high. It is one of the better offlaners right now. It can also function mid. You can put it as a support. So it's fairly ambiguous when it's picked up this early in the draft. And of course Visage, king of the tri-lane, Soul Assumption, too good, too much damage, as Balba goes with that other tier 1 support right now, the Naga Siren, and actually goes with the Rubik as well, so they're going to be lacking in damage for the early levels, those two supports, but a couple levels in Fable and Riptide, the Net and the Telekinesis. They're going to be a strong combo as well. Of course, Rubik, upon level 6, can steal some very nice spells already. The Soul Assumption can get his hands on the Familiars, maybe even a hook. Cogs and Rocket going to be pretty good. Battery Assault maybe a little risky for Rubik. He can't really just run in there. Not quite as tanky as that Clockwork. As some more bans, they are coming out. We got the Nature's Prophet, one of the other best offlaners right now. They've got the Clockwork. Will they just ban out Nature's Prophet Darkseer? Kind of limit the offlane potential right now. As a Balba will be taking out that Storm Spirit. Mason likes to take it into the jungle very often. Just buy that bottle really early on. I'm waiting for someone to pull him a bottle to do that so we can do it even faster, but it hasn't happened yet. It's not as terrible as you might think. It's not the fastest jungle, it's not the slowest. But if the other team is aware that you're going to be doing it, they shut it down pretty hard, so just going to ban out the Storm Spirit. Of course, a great mid-hero as well. I'm just going over the jungling Storm because that's all I see Mason do, as Balba bans out the Puck as well. So targeting the mid bans with the OD, the Storm, as well as the Puck. So they're not convinced Clockwork's showing his face there. Or maybe they want to force Clockwork to show his face in the mid lane, as Peter will be taking out one of the best carries in the game right now, that Alchemist, so no Grievel's Greed, or really early aggression with the Acid Spray concoction from Alchemist this game.
Ten seconds remaining.
I see people in the chat hoping for the Balba Clockwork. Unfortunately, it's on the other team, but yes, the Balba Clockwork, forever imprinted in our minds. And actually on the new overlays, or not the new ones, the official overlays, we can see Team America there, how excited they were at that moment, that Balba Clockwork. As we do wait for Peter's third pick right now. We'll see if Clockwork's going to be support. I wouldn't be surprised if they just pick up another support right now, or maybe just their core hero. Of course, Lifestealer is still left in the pool. He's very good. Naga Siren, though. Net, as well as the Sleep to just focus him when he rages. It's good against Lifestealer. Of course, it's not a direct counter, but you can work it in there. It can be nicely done. But Peter elects to go with the Mirana, the Potom. He does like that hero a lot, and I'm actually surprised the Weaver wasn't banned out either. Left in for a while, and Balba picks him up here now. Is Peter gonna go for that Earthshaker as the fourth pick? It does pop up here a lot in NEL. Definitely fun hero. We'll see what they want to do with it. It's generally just a support. That means Clockwork mid or Mirana mid offlane. I guess either or. We'll see. Mirana probably better in the offlane just to maybe roam around. But Earthshaker, see how they play it. I haven't seen KZZ in any of the NEL games in a long time, but he was taking Earthshaker mid like every other game, which was fun to watch. I mean, you don't usually win the mid lane. He's not a great mid lane hero, but if your team's gank for you, that Fisher is going to be amazing. I mean, they can't run back. They can't retreat to their tier 1 tower if you block it off. And then an earlier Blink Dagger as well as Arcane Boots. Can never go wrong with that on Earthshaker. But haven't seen KZZ for a while. As now, Balba looking for the 4th pickup. He's already got his tri-lane. He's pretty much revealed the tri-lane right there. Of course, Weaver, we see him mid occasionally. We see him offlane occasionally. But Tidehunter, likely going to do either of those. Weaver, do they take that aggressive? They probably can get away with it, actually. I mean, Visage is going to hurt if they don't bring someone down. But they've got the lockdown. They're going to need to wait up top for a little bit to get the damage up on the Fable, as well as have Net online. Normally you get the Riptide first. So we'll see. They wouldn't have the best killing potential early on, but it would still be a pretty strong tri-lane. We'll see. I think they might be content to go defensive for now, though, because no carries are really threatening Weaver here. I mean, Mirana can do all right, but I think Weaver's going to outcarry her in the late game, as we got Tidehunter picked up. So we got some big ults online right now. We got the Echo Slam as well as the Ravage. We'll see what if Rubik can go ahead and steal that Echo Slam and Ravage. That could be pretty big, as Razor, very popular hero these days. That static link, and of course the Plasma Field early. He dominates most 1v1 matchups, so we see him solo safe and or offlane against a solo safe or mid. Any 1v1 matchup you can really put him in, you find him there a lot. Also, not really a stranger to the aggressive tri-lane either, but probably banning him out as a mid in this game is Peter. We've got the Windrunner. Balba takes it out as the last ban. So still, I don't know. The lineup can do a lot of things with this. I would expect Earthshaker Visage to be supporting. We're going to have Clockwork Mirana either mid or in the off lane. And of course Cogs is going to be... There's the mid hero. So Shadowfiend gets picked up before the mid lane right now. And Clockwork Mirana, maybe they roam early if they are forced to. The Cogs into an arrow. It's pretty much guaranteed. The arrow, that is, if you land those Cogs. So that's going to be a really nice combo in the early game, especially when they're trying to get pickoffs. Basically kill anyone, hook in, Cogs. Arrow comes in for max distance, of course. 5-second stun on top of that. And there's really nothing to save anybody. There's no Astral Imprisonment this game. We saw that coming up huge in the last game. Those of you watching in-game may not have, because it wasn't ticketed, but anyone that was on the stream. And now we do have Balba trying to get that last pick. Going to pick up his mid hero. We'll see what he wants to put against Shadowfiend. So he banned out a lot of mids for himself. Actually 4. I mean, Windrunner pops up in the mid lane a lot. So banned out the OD, the Storm, the Puck, and the Windrunner. So maybe it just goes Quap here. It's another big ult. The Sonic Wave and the Screams are going to be nice with the Ravage. If there's a nice Ravage, it's going to do work. And we'll see. I mean, even with the Ravage, it provides a lot of teamfight control. Quap, the burst damage, should do really well against Shadowfiend early on. It's really hard for Shadowfiend to get into that lane. There's so much harass. Even just a couple attacks and a Shadow Strike at level 1 do a lot to the very squishy Shadowfiend. And if you keep the lane pushed with the Scream of Pain, Shadowfiend can't farm under the tower well early. He's going to need a couple levels before he can farm with the raises. And then after that, with some things in Necro. No, they're going to go Sand King, so maybe Tide, maybe SK will be going mid. I guess we'll just wait and see at this point. I don't recognize Lycus, but other than that, I haven't seen better teams all week, says Falcon. Lycus is actually... Well, here he is on the Weaver. He's a very competent Weaver player. He kind of likes those aggressive, the slippery carries. So we'll see him here on the Weaver, and as we complimented him, he'll probably fail miserably this game, but hopefully not, as Balba picks up the SK. We'll see where they want to put that. Monkeys Forever was playing mid last game. Of course, these aren't proper teams, so the roles do change, but we'll see if that Tidehunter ends up going mid. May not have the best time versus Shadowfiend, but...
remaining.
And overlays are all new hotkeys. There we go. We're good. As we do have the Dire here. So once again, Peter drafting. He likes to throw out some weird drafts. He likes to sort of do 2-1-2s, like duo aggressive off lanes. Sometimes they work out really well, and here he has. He's drafted himself up an Earthshaker, going to be supporting with those sentries. We've got Misha, who is a mid player for his team, Team Tribusa, I believe, but not going mid this game. He's going to be playing that Clockwork in the off lane, potentially farming in a defensive try I think would be silly. Misha's going off lane on the clock. We've got Demon supporting up on the Visage. He plays that hero quite well. We've seen him on it multiple times here in NEL. And we've got Mason Dota, twitch.tv/Mason Dota. Make sure to check it out. But of course, leave this one on as well. They should all drop items actually now that it's ticketed. But Mason going to be farming up there on the Mirana. And I believe that takes care of the Dire. Over to the Radiant, we've got Balba. He's actually going to be going mid here on the Sand King, so we'll see what he can get done. I think Monkeys Forever offlane Tidehunter right now, lots of regen, could have trouble getting any XP out of that lane, depending on how good the lane control is. And then we do find Trouth supporting up here on the Rubik. It's got to smoke early, so they do want to rotate mid. And Ziz going to be on the Naga, and last but not least, Lycus. We'll see what he can get done here tonight on the Weaver. Going to be farming it up.
Are we starting now?
I'm kind of curious, this top lane, I mean, how level dependent are they really? Visage needs a couple to get Soul Assumption, 1/6 for Familiars, it's going to be great. Mason needs a few to get that mana pool up so that Starfall can just do damage. And let's see, is there smoke up? Do they even need a smoke to gank? Actually, there's a lot of action in the mid lane. There's Ziz sitting here as well right now on an Invis. Naga Siren did pick up the rune, and I think it was bot. So I don't believe they saw it. He will go in right now, has the net, lets it go. Oh, nice. Fisher comes in from Peter. They're gonna throw back over the Fisher. Bauble with the stun. This could be the first blood. Someone's dying here. And looks like it will be Arteezy. Ziz is gonna pick it up. Can they get a kill? The tower looks like it will take down one. So the trade goes 1 for 1. Ziz on the Naga drops, but they do take out Arteezy's Shadow Fiend. So let's see if it's one of those nights for Arteezy where they just try to gank him up. We saw one the other night, so he got ganked. I think he took like 12 deaths in 2 games and then just rage quit. That was a fun night. Not for him, but people seem to enjoy it. Meanwhile, up top, Monkeys Forever trying to juke through the trees, trying to get those levels. And can he get out of here? Ziz actually comes up. They may be able to pick up a kill. Anchor Smash doing a lot of damage. Demon getting pretty low. Grave Chill's out of there. And now Mason, he doesn't have a leap. He's got the arrow. Is he going to let it fly? Starfall drops. He just hits level 2 just now. It's going to be not quite enough, though, as he drops on the pot of Monkeys Forever. Hits level 2, almost level 3 now. And Demon, wow, interesting. Maybe a bit of a mistake to get that close. Demon with the early feed as he throws out the smiley face, knowing he may be messed up there. Arrow comes in from the quick respawn from Mason. Not going to land on anything. And Tidehunter off to a very nice start. And that's not good for the Dire. As Balba in the mid lane. He did actually get the assist. I think Ziz on the Naga picked up the first blood, but Balba took down Arteezy. He's getting levels, which is really what he needs. Maybe some farm, and he's going to go Burrow Strike, Caustic Finale. Basically just to keep the wave really pushed. Caustic Finale does a lot of damage. 130 at level 2, so you can push the wave pretty nicely. He'll get some last hits. Sandstorm. We'll see if he even decides to get it. I mean, the raises can be positioned on it perfectly as, let's see. Lycus, if he runs out of those cogs, he'll get hit again. The Gemini attack's coming out. Lycus going to maybe try to wait for it and doesn't even need it. He will go down. The creep actually get that last hit, but Trouth and Lycus combined, they do take out Misha's Clockwork there in the bot lane. Meanwhile, mid, another net goes out. Here comes the stuns. Balba comes in. Arteezy had some raises, but what are they? They're just level 2 raises. They're not doing a lot. I think he just landed 1 on Ziz. So the rotations from the Radiant are really nice. They've been mid twice. They've been top. Monkeys Forever's on the board. He's level 3 before 3 minutes as an off lane at Tide versus a very strong tri lane that could easily kill him probably. The Fisher blocks, of course, across the lane. The arrow into that. Soul Assumptions as well. It's a huge nuke. And Balba maybe looking to get some trash talk out there. As Lycus. Let's actually check out the farms. Lycus 14 and 6, so doing really well in the bottom lane. Arteezy, he does die early on, but hey, he's still farming quite well. 14 right now. Only 9 of those, though, being turned into the souls. As Monkeys could be in trouble top. If the arrow lands, he's trying to dodge. He is slow from the Grave Chill, of course. Not even going to let the Sacred Arrow fly. This TP's right back top. They can get a lot out of this duo lane, actually. They're pretty strong. Anchor Smash hurts. It's got 2 points in it. That's 125 damage on a 6-second cooldown. So if he just runs at them, or if there's a net, could probably get off 2 of those. I don't know. And he's very tanky. The Kraken Shell is online now too. He's got a magic stick, so of course any abilities cast gets just a little bit more potential HP back from the stick. He's pretty low though now, so I don't know if he wants to be all that aggressive. In the bottom lane, Misha is getting a lot as well. I mean, almost level 4 in 4 minutes, so doing nice for himself as Ziz being a nuisance into the mid lane. Peter is going to show himself. The heroes say hello. No mana is wasted on anything as Demon continues his own monkeys. They don't want him to get that much. He's already 4.5 though, and if he's got to be careful. If he does too much damage, he's going to give a nice hefty soul assumption. Does 112, but he should be alright with that. Arteezy continues to farm out the mid lane, dominating. Balba, we find him at 15 CS, so he's not doing too bad. Lycus in the bot lane at 23 and 10. And Misha and Tide Hunter, Clockwork and Tide Hunter, about the same levels right now in the off lane, so shouldn't be too bad. But it is 5-1. More action in the mid lane. Raze goes up. Looks like Peter comes in with a really nice Fisher block, or at least just the Fisher stun. Arteezy lands some raises off of it. But they've got to be careful with the Fishers. Rubik is there. Of course, he could steal it for himself, but lifting over the Fishers is going to be pretty nice. They last for 8 seconds now, so they last for a very long time. They're going to block you as Misha will trap himself up next to Trouf as Lycus comes in on the other side of this. They want to try to do anything they can. I think they're going to be able to get him. The Geminate attack is coming off a cooldown in 1 second. Should just be enough. And then one more attack to follow that up. And they get him. Lycus takes out Misha's Clockwork. I believe his second death. Yeah, he goes 0 and 2. He's actually picked up some CS. And he's doing well on the levels. We have Tide Hunter, though, 1-0 and 1, trying to hit level 5. Even CSing with the, or no, that was Demon that got it. Trying to steal CS, though, with his level 1 Gush, which, of course, does reduce armor, so it goes not so badly with that Naga Siren. Any target they want to focus, Riptide Gush. And Weaver with the bugs, of course, going to do work. Reduce some more armor as well. It's 6-2. Let's check out the graphs. I'm just curious now. It's 1,000 lead for the Radiant, 1,000 XP lead in gold as well as XP. So yeah, it's 6 minutes, 1,000. It's not really too much. Maybe a level or two. If we check out the support levels right now, we actually find them all. Actually, that's an offlaner. Pretty much all sitting at 4 as well as the offlane because they're getting quite a bit this game. And early on. So the level 6 is going to be up on monkeys and not too much longer, as we do have Demon trying to farm up, trying to get that level 6, of course. Although battle for the bot rune at the moment. Misha, he kills the cog, but he still can't get out. A little too close to the wall, and he's got 3 heroes running after him right now. Balba just wants to get in a little bit closer for the stun. Not quite in range as it goes uphill either, and not going to dive it. It's a little too early for that. Balba looking to clean up some CS with the Caustic Finale. Yep, nicely done there. As Arteezy, this buys him space in the mid lane. Of course, he's taken 2 deaths, but he is up to 51 CS, the highest CS in the game, leading the net worth charts at 3,100 just about. He heads to the jungle now to get some more. As Monkeys Forever, feeling strong. One more attack onto Demon. He's going to pick up a kill. He's up to level 6 right now at 7 minutes as an offlane Tide. Maybe even looking to get Mason. Runs out of mana, so he's going to have to back off. But he's got a bottle, boots, and a magic stick. So he's a force to be reckoned with. He's already 6. We'll see if he just maybe heads back, gets a TP. And there's no towers for either side yet. None of them really even being close to pushed. So let's see if they maybe want to group up, get a team fight going around, maybe push out this bottom tier 1 tower here. The easiest one to get for sure in the early game. Arteezy will get sent up. Trouf not quite there. Throws out. Oh, Bobble taking a lot of hits from the tower. No points in Sandstorm yet. Raze misses just barely. And he may just be able to get out of this. There's no mana on Arteezy. He bottles up now to get just enough. But Balba, wow, somehow able to escape out of that. Limping away there is that Sand King. Alright, let's check out Misha. Alright, Misha now playing a support Clockwork. Goes top, gonna look to get these pulls on. Just gonna do a single pull. As, let's see, do we have... There's the Siege right there, so maybe try to get one more wave at the Siege. But at this rate, I don't think they're gonna be able to keep it alive. Maybe they can keep it alive and then push with that double wave. Look to get the first tower of the game. As it is 7-3, Trouf gonna get kind of stuck up, trying to throw Peter up to the top there. But no, he's gonna be fine. Doesn't get put up on the cliff. Soul Assumption comes out from Demon. Trouf will be taking a fall, make it 7-4 right now. Arteezy saying maybe he should have went over there to get that kill, but hey, he continues to farm up the jungle. He's doing very well. He's pulling away in the net worth slightly. I mean, 500 ahead of Lycus, who is doing well in the bot lane, looking to get the push on. They've got the Siege engine, as now Mason, Monkeys Forever is just, he's really strong this game. He's level 6. We check out Clockwork, the other offlaner. He's actually 6'2".
Sorry, I just noticed that Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I should be working in game. I was curious. What is?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties here on night 1 as I switch streams. Oh well. If anyone is watching in-game, there's no delay, so if you want to type in the chat, make sure in-game is working. Do let me know. It should be. I don't see any reasons on my end why it wouldn't be, but who knows. My OBS went a little weird with me earlier, and the mic wasn't working, but looks like we will have an engagement in the mid lane. There's 4 here for the Dire right now. Arrow comes across. Can they get Peter? Looks like they won't have enough damage, and a nice Fisher comes out. Soul Assumption will clean that one up. Actually, Mason gonna get that one, but a Ravage, huge Ravage from behind, and Balba gets off his epicenter, will take out RTZ. No, he's gonna maybe live through this, tries to get his ultimate off, won't take anybody, will maybe, yeah, gets Balba on the death explosion there, as I hear a hook in. That's actually gonna be from Misha's Clockwork there on to Lycus, gets pushed. Pretty annoying. It goes at 9-6. I think they take out Balba, but they lose 2. And let's check out Balba's items. He's got a bottle, maybe trying to get some mana boots, as Lycus doesn't have enough damage to go ahead and finish off Demon there. Oh yeah, that's right. If you're in the game, I think if you're in an unassigned slot, I thought you could pick a broadcaster, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't see why not. As Net goes off in the mid lane, Balba comes back from the grave, respawns. They look to be taking out Misha here. Will they get him? They will. Balba gets cogged up. Here comes Peter. Maybe you can throw a block, but no one else is around. Arteezy's actually in the bot lane farming up now against Lycus. And Peter could potentially be in trouble. Balba as well as Ziz running low on mana. Here comes Mason though. Maybe he wants to throw a nice arrow. Just gonna throw some auto attacks instead. Doesn't really want to waste the mana. Now Arteezy coming back over to the mid lane. It looks like he is just going to be rushing that BKB, so as we will switch over to the net worth, we see him leading still. Arteezy Shadow Fiend 5,000. We've got Lycus 4,100. Mason here on the bottom at 3,200. And then we have the offlane Tide, second for the Radiant, third overall at 3,400. Mana Boots online. He's not too far off from a Blink Dagger, and that could be really bad here for the Dire. Balba wants to keep his mid tower alive. Demon level 7. Familiars online. Arrow from the backside into Balba's face. Soul Assumption to fly. And Visage will actually pick it up. Either Soul Assumption or Familiars doing that one. Treads finished up on the Weaver as the push comes on the tier 1 in the mid lane, as well as the top. But the mid tower, the more important one, definitely going to give a lot more map control. Take away some of those quick Roche TPs that the Radiant have access to because of their mid tower. Well, Dire's is even better, of course. But hey, Radiant got to deal with what they have as the top tower. They look for the trade on it. Misha to whiff the hook, so no stun coming out there. Could have maybe had him. Ultimate off cooldown here in 10 seconds. They maybe want to bait this out as the shadows, Moonlight Shadows popped out. Lycus comes up here and it looks like they will just back off of that. Bottom comes from the side. Arrow goes out, will land on Monkeys. Can he crack and chill out of it? It doesn't look like he will be able to at all. The Demon takes it down. Mason with a double kill actually. The items just being handed out right now. Balba maybe going to go down. No, as Ziz is going to turn it around. Are they going to channel the epicenter? Bottling up is Balba. He's got a stun as well. We got to let the sleep go. The Ravage whiffs. Oh no, they're going to pause the game to point it out as well. Uh-oh. Ziz and Monkeys forever. Thinking he would turn it off right when Balba channeled the epicenter. So Ziz maybe a bit of a mistake. Will they still get anybody? They do get one. That's Mason. Here comes Misha on the backside. Echo Slam goes out. Earthshaker. That's Peter. Takes out one. Rocket from Misha going to pick up Monkeys Forever on the Tide Hunter, and that makes it 11 and 11 as Tralf goes down. Arteezy raises too much damage right now, and he actually will live with just barely enough HP to get away from the tower. As yeah, a moment of silence, I guess, for the Naga Siren. Sorry, this is. You tried. We know you tried. But hey, now it's 12-11 for the Dire. The Dire's not complaining. They now take the lead for, I guess, the first time in a while. Not a really big substantial lead. 1,000 in the gold, maybe up to 2,000 in the XP. Balba's blood pressure is high. He's not even, Balba ain't even mad. They're not going to fluster him that easy here. As Lycus, he's like, alright, well, my team needs some help. I need to carry hard, so I'll continue to farm, defend the tower. Arrow goes out, though, gets hit in the face. Hook comes in to continue the stun. No! Chance to time-lapse out of that one. Mason picks it up with the Starfall. And I realize it's called Star Storm, but I'm going to stick with Starfall because it sounds way cooler. But meanwhile, big item coming out for Arteezy. Finishes up the BKB right now. So that's going to be big for him. Just stand there and fight. And make sure he can get off the Requiem of Souls, of course, as Arteezy runs forward. Wants to deward Ziz. Not going to mess that one up. They do smoke up the Radiant, and here they find Mason. Can they bring him down in time? He leaps just a little bit. And now a really nice Fisher there by Peter, going to block off Monkeys Forever. Mason able to get out of that one alive, actually. Ziz, now the focus of Arteezy. Soul Sumpture comes out as well. Arrow to fly. Not going to land. The Raise, though, will take out Ziz's Naga Siren. So he goes down. That's actually, he's going to be 1, 2, and 4 there on the Naga Siren. Bulba's 4, 4, and 2. He's seen a lot of action this game. Maybe looking to stun up Arteezy, but Visage finds him out first. Arteezy wants to go on him, but no. He's going to get stunned first, actually. Another nice Fisher by Peter. BKB is up, throws out the ultimate time-lapse here by Lycus. Can they get the blind raise? They maybe could have, actually. Arteezy doesn't throw it. It was off of cooldown, I believe. The bugs get cleaned up. Now Bulba could be in trouble. We'll take out the Visage. Demon gonna pop. Or actually Arteezy gonna pop as well. Demon goes down on the Visage. And now the Familiars. Easy 100 gold there for Trout. Gonna love that one as they do steal. What did they steal? Did they get the Fisher? They did, but a little short on mana right now. It doesn't matter, Peter. Wow, Moonlight Shadow actually from Mason. Gonna keep him alive as a nice hook in by Misha. And the Fisher out. Takes up Lycus. Peter may lose his life for that. Arrow comes in from Mason. Doesn't hit on anyone. Peter will drop to the Naga Siren as Monkeys wants to scurry away from this one. But just won't be able to, as it's 16-14 right now. And there's a lot of action there. Did Arteezy die? He's 4, 4, and 7. Bulb is 5, 5, and 3. So the mid lane has seen a lot of action this game. And I think maybe that trade was fairly even, but Lycus going down, that's definitely going to hurt them. He's basically the right-click and carry on their team. He's in second place, and he's losing by 2,000 gold right now to Arteezy's Shadow Screen. The BKB is online. And yeah, just waiting on a really good Requiem of Souls. He's getting it off in the team fights. No one's really insanely grouped on top of each other. They're just trying to, I guess, stun multiple people with a Fisher and then try to get the best Requiem of Souls that they can. I mean, there's no Puck to throw a Dream Coil or an RP or anything like that. I realize those are all kind of mid-heroes, but really no team fight control. There's no Gyrocopter with the call down or anything. Really no reason for the other team to group. Naga wants to stay pretty far away, I guess. Throw out the nets. Bulba has to go in, though. He's got Epicenter. And hopefully with that Naga sleep, the next fight can go just a little bit better for the Radiant. They could have won that one top really hard, but a bit of a slip up on the Naga sleep, as well as the Ravage coming out of the Tidehunter. A little too early. Who knows whose fault it was. Misha, though, will be netted up. That's a Fisher, but it's a friendly Fisher. Lycus once again hit by an arrow to the face, and once the time lapse out of that one, Will still blocked in the Fishers there, and he should be able to get out of that one. They're going to go ahead and deward that with their own sentry as Lycus will continue to chase. Uh-oh, arrow off cooldown in 1. Will they throw it? Nice Fisher stun the other way again. Pizza slicing it here as Echo Slam goes out onto onto 3 actually, and Lycus as well as Misha's Clockwork will go down. Bulba has a haste, wants to continue to go on somebody. The Ravage finds Peter. Hey, they're just going to use it. It's just on 1, but at least they clean up the kill. So the Radiant get something out of that. They take out 2, an offlaner and a support. They lose the Weaver once again, and those double Fishers a little too much. Monkeys Forever going to eat an arrow to the face, stunned up. He gets out of it now. There's no Ravage. The TPs come in. Can they do anything? Did Peter buy back? He did buy back on this Earthshaker. A nice block. Blocking the avenues. Demon, Grave Chill up if he needs it, but another Fisher. This game is ridiculous.
I don't mean to be
Rubik and Earthshaker, they make for some interesting games. Arrow from downtown, gonna just miss Trelf. Not gonna cut through there, smartly so, but a nice net from Ziz to hold anyone there. Bulb was pausing it up for some reason, not sure if he's lagging or wants to point out a mistake. Oh, come on, Blue. And yeah, Peter with a nice Earthshaker. Fisher gotta clean up that kill on Trout. Not able to get away as Bala does come in though. Will take out Mason. Misha gonna hook into his teammate Ziz to drop Lycus. Trying to do work, but he's gonna drop. It's a double kill for Misha actually, so well played on the clock. It's 20-17 right now, the Dire. They were trailing early, but not by much. Now they're the first real lead of the game. They're up to 4K gold. They're up to over 5K XP at the moment, so they were behind in the early game just because of the action in the mid lane. Arteezy going down a couple times early, but here they are. The stronger team fight, it would appear, even with a Ravage and an Epicenter. The Dire just really not grouping together enough to give Naga a window to throw out the ult, and of course the one time they did, the combination just wasn't there for the Radiant. Alright, we do have a drums finished up here on Mason's Mirana, so looking to tank it up just a little bit with that phase drums. Brings him over 1,000 HP, which is, I guess, where you want to be at on that hero. You're pretty slippery with the phase boots, with the leap as well. He's got drums and Aquila and a smoke on top of the Moonlight Shadow. So they're looking to really be aggressive and just keep at this. If they can keep getting the pickoffs, because they probably don't want to fight 5v5. I mean, if they do get slept and they happen to be next to each other, that's GG for that team fight. Maybe the whole thing. Probably not the whole thing yet, but definitely the team fight favoring the Radiant still. However, these Fishers proving to be very annoying as Misha will throw out yet again another gank. Ziz comes to ward up, but of course a ward there for both sides, so it is seen. The Fisher maybe pushes us out of that, pushes over the cogs. Arrow misses, stutter step there by Ziz. Probably didn't know as the Starfall will dodge it with the mirror image. What a play by Ziz. Will the Familiars clean him up? I kind of just want to watch this. They continue to chase. They continue to chase. Here comes Mason. Moonlight Shadow's in. Stun, stun. The stun is actually enough. Now Mason a little overextended for that one. Maybe should have talked about it with Demon as we see Earthshaker actually picks off Balba. And Weaver will actually clean up Mason there on the chase. But that was a pretty nice. The leap forward was expecting the Starfall. Throws the mirror image to dodge. Yeah. I mean, it didn't really matter in the end, but hey, still a play. Pretty sick. As in the mid lane, Peter getting another kill. He's 5-3-7. He's getting pretty close to the Blink Dagger. If we check out Tide, opting not to go for the Blink Dagger, picking up a Plate Mail, looking to go maybe Shiva's and or an AC really early for this team, because they really just have a lot of magic damage. I mean, if BKBs, as we already have one on RTZ, it's been up for a long time. He goes Mask of Madness after that. If Potom gets a BKB, or maybe even Clockwork this game gets a BKB, what damage do they really have? Mason has a Perseverance and Treads. He doesn't hit for a lot. Of course, he's got Gemini, but it's really not too much. The team fights need to happen soon, or I think the Radiant may be out of this game just because of the draft. And Balbo was saying earlier, I'm not even mad. Did you look at my heroes? So maybe just trying something fun here. But may not work if they don't get to forcing those team fights out. They will sleep to catch Arteezy as well as Demon. The Ravage is here too. Let's see if they can land it this time. And they will. They get two. Beautifully done as Balba just wants to go ahead and stun. Demon Arteezy will drop, gets netted up. Demon goes down. Will they be able to clean up the birds though? He did resummon for that one. Trying to get Balba. Stuns come out. Arrow to land onto Ziz. And oh, Peter with the long range Fisher actually cleans up Balba's Sand King. Although Mason leaps into what was certainly certain death, and he does go down there at the end of the day. 23-21. Just Balba drops, and they pick off, I believe, 3 heroes there. They even got Mason because he came in. They got, of course, Shadow Fiend, Arteezy's Shadow Fiend, and Demon's Visage. As Lycus wants to continue to be aggressive. He's 3-4-10. Not the best Lycus Weaver performance I've ever seen. And Arteezy says, screw this. I think he bought back for that. He did indeed. Arrow from the Rubik to miss. He just wants to get the tower. He puts it in denying range now, actually, the Siege does. He throws out the ultimate, looking to go on Monkeys. It doesn't do much. They pause it for that, thinking that ult was dumb. Only like 2 raise hits, so I think they took maybe 160 damage apiece. Once they get the last hit, will though, so Arteezy says, worth it. As Misha, maybe being called a clock requester. I think he does like that hero a lot. As he is going for... what is he going for here? Ags, if I can remember the name. There it is. Going for that Ags. Of course, going to put the hook shot on a 12-second cooldown. Basically use hooks as long as you've got the mana. It's ridiculous. And one of the best items to pick up on Clockwork for sure. As Mason going to be shadowing up. We got a lot of sentries down here. The Starfall hits twice on Balba. The RNGG maybe going to come out as Balba Sand King goes down. The Starfall hits twice. Ziz, yeah, going to take out the other sentry and just farm up, I guess. Maybe push the wave out. He's got an urn as well as some boots. We maybe should actually do an item check. Let's check it out. Balba has Arcane as well as the Blink Dagger right now. An urn on the Ziz, as we mentioned. Lycus sitting on pretty much nothing currently, which isn't great as he is their 1-roll carry on a Weaver. Definitely not the best idea to bank on Weaver to fill that role completely. Want some maybe some semi-carry out of the mid lane. Sand King not really delivering as you might expect. Monkeys Forever though has a plate mail, not going for the blink. He can have one now if he wants it, and Trowel with mana boots. So basically, really no items for the Radiant. They have an urn and a blink, and that's really about it. If we look over to the Dire, actually let's just watch Peter maybe looking to make a strike. Mana boots has a blink dagger now. He can go buy it at the secret shop with that gold. Phase drums Ghost Scepter up on Mason. BKB going towards either Daedalus or a MKB there with the Demon Edge, Mask of Madness on Arteezy Shadow Fiend. We've got a Medallion of Courage, Demon working towards an Ags. Ags finished up on Misha, and of course, the Blink Arcane now finished up on Peter's Earthshaker. So as we can see, lots of items. If we check out the gold, it's about 8k, and I'd say that's about 2 or 3 items right now, and I'd say we just checked it out. 10k XP, Lycus melts, the Echo Slam goes out. And yeah, Lycus again taking another death, 3 and 6. There's just really a lot of burst damage. He's been eating arrows to the face. He's been an arrow magnet this game, to be honest. But there they get him with the Permastun, the Fissure, the Enchant Totem, as well as the Echo Slam to take him down. Ziz now gets caught out. Will pop the sleep. In comes Misha, hooks his teammate actually. And looks like Ziz may get away as a result. But of course, that's a 2-minute cooldown right now. So that's going to be off cooldown for a while. The Dire don't really lose anything off that because there's an Ags, and he gets hooked again. That's a 12-second cooldown. Ags is fun. Ziz, 2-drop. Demons, Familiars, looks like they will clean it up there. Please no, says that. Meanwhile, Ravage is up on Arteezy. Arteezy, BKB's up. Wants to get his ultimate off. They're standing right on top of him. He's going to pick off Monkeys. He does. Ball, but now hooked up. Another raise. Arteezy, double kill. He turns it around. What a play there. Requiem of Souls and nice raises, and then the clockwork again. 3rd hook in literally 36 seconds. So putting the Ags to use. Really showing off why it's such a great item. However, of course, if you're playing with your team, you might want to check that you're not the mech holder or you don't need anything else. Of course, Force Staff is going to be really good in certain situations. But Ags, definitely fun. You can make some really big plays like we just see there. Misha demonstrating it nicely. Mason. I don't know why his team is so rustled. They're 11,000 ahead in gold, 14,000 now in XP, looking to maybe get another pickoff on Lycus. Of course, that hook stunts for a while. Now they're going to follow it up with the Permastun Fissure, and they get him again. I mean, Lycus, of course, maybe we jinxed him. We talked him up there on the draft. He's got 109 last hits in 25 minutes. He's 3, 7, and 10. Arteezy takes out Roche by himself with a DD. Got the Aegis. Can finish MKB now if he wants it. I believe that's enough for the Daedalus as well. We'll see what he wants to do. He's just going to do the Ancient stack. Doesn't really need it. No one is close to a Butterfly, so probably just wants to go for the Daedalus. It's just more damage. As his team looks to group up, maybe they look to take out Tidehunter, who I was really scared for the Dire. Monkeys Forever was getting so much in the offlane, but Mason with the arrows. Will he be able to crack and shell out of this one? He does, actually. And let's see if he can get away. Got out of the sun a little early, but Mason says no. Pushes him with the cogs. He drops Misha. Or, yeah, Mason and Misha say no, actually. There's the Daedalus picked up now onto the Arteezy Shadow Fiend. Gets it. Ziz drops 2 support as well as the offlane. Lycus going to go ahead and throw out the FF as they do push the tier 2 after winning that engagement. They pick off 2, and Mason has just been on fire with the arrows. And, you know, casual Echo Slam to farm it up. That's GG, though. This is the NA Dota Elite League. I'm Helium, now streaming on Neo Dota, as you may have noticed. So make sure to follow or subscribe, as well as buy that NEL ticket. It's $4.99. The tournament goes until, I believe, Halloween it ends, or maybe the first week in November. So there's still plenty of time left. There's games every night. Cast now, officially by me, and of course Mounts and NY John doing it on the other nights. So